Hi guys, so good evening. Guys, am I audible? You can let me know in the chat. Good evening, guys. Am I audible? Thank you, Sovik. Let's wait for a couple of minutes and then we'll begin our uh, day two session. Good evening, Pavan. So, guys, have you went through the binary classification? The binary representation of the decimal numbers? So Pawan and Souvik, you people, can you let me know how many people are present? How many people are watching the live currently? Because today is Sunday, right? So I think people will be very busy with their schedules. So, guys, have you went through the binary representation of decimal numbers and vice versa? Because okay, and if you people have any doubts in yesterday's session, you can put it in the chat so that let's look into it, and then we'll be starting today's session. Only two of them are replying. I don't know what happened. How many people are watching currently? Can you people let me know? And I'll share my screen. My screen is visible, right? Come on, guys. How's the Josh? Like yesterday, you people were very active, but I don't know today what happened. Is it due to today is Sunday? Pawan, can you let me know how many people are watching the live currently, so that we could wait for a couple of minutes and then we'll begin today's session. Good evening. And people, just let me know, have you went through the binary representation of numbers, and do you people have any doubts on that? Anyways, I'll be giving a small recap before we start with the bitwise operators, but I just want to know how many people have uh, gone through that concept and you are here today. 4 people. Thank you, Farudin. Good evening, anime. Can you let me know your real name? um, Farudin, have you went through the binary representation concept? Satyam. Okay, Satyam. No. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for answering genuinely. Let's see today. Okay. Okay, so I'll begin the session. 5. Okay, thank you, Kirti. Okay. So today, let's begin our class with what is known as operators. So as the name suggests, operators. So we know what is the purpose of writing coding, or what is the purpose of using this programming languages, right? Because before this, like, how is the Josh, guys? Like, you can use any emojis kind of things. How is the Josh? Are you people, do you have high energy for learning the concept today? We're going to learn many new things today, and today we'll probably solve one day a problem. So, guys, how is the Josh? Just I want any one of you to, like, reply in the chat so that I'll be continuing with the operators concept. How is the Josh, guys? I mean, yes, thank you for it. Okay, so yeah, the purpose of using this programming language is, the purpose of coding is, we are going to solve some we are going to compute something, and we are going to yield any result. So if you are facing any problem, we are going to solve it by using many computational steps. We are going to compute. For that, we are going to write the logic in order to compute something, and we are going to yield the result, and that is going to be the solution of a problem, right? So operators, as the names just it is like, they support us in the computation works. Okay, so yes, I'll be giving a very easy example of what an operator is. So, operator and operand. Okay, guys. So, like, we know basic math, right? For example, 5 plus 3. Okay, so here, plus is the operators. So plus is the operator. So the signs or symbols which we use in order to compute something. Okay, so that is known as operators. Uh, the values or the data on which some computation is going to be done, they are called as operands. So here 5 and 3 are, sorry, 5 and 3, they are operands. Okay, so the symbols, the signs, whatever we use, they are called as operators. Operators will help us in computation task. The data or the values on which we are going to operate, or on which we are going to do some computation, they are known as operands. For example, I'm writing a statement. So once again, just a minute. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Okay. Uh, yes. So here I'm going to write a statement A plus B. Okay. So here A and B are operands, because I'm going to do the addition operation on A and B, on the data A and B. So they are known as operands, and plus is the operator. So this is the basic example of what, I mean, basic meaning of what is an operator. We do have 8 different kinds of operators in Java. Okay, they are arithmetic, unary. Unary, in the sense, we do have something called as unary and binary operators, because unary means, as the name suggests, one. Okay, so only on one variable or only on one data or value you're going to perform something. For example, I'm having only one variable. Let's take A. Okay, um, let's take A. I'm telling A plus B. Once again, A plus plus. So here it is an unary operator, because I'm going to work only on a single data or on a single value. But here it is not unary. A plus B. Here it is involving more than one, right? So is not unary. Okay, so we do have 8 different types of operators in Java: arithmetic, unary, assignment, relational, logical, ternary. The another name of ternary operator is condition operators. Ternary operator actually helps you, like, in order to reduce the number of lines in your coding logic. Okay, and uh, it will be very interesting when you come to know what a ternary operator is, bitwise and shift. So I have asked people to see binary representation of numbers. That's when we'll be having a small recap. I'll be teaching you, and then we'll be moving on into the bitwise and the shift operators. Okay, and then based on a concept over here, let's solve a DSA problem. Okay, now first of all, arithmetic operators. So we know the basic math and the basic arithmetic operations which we use in maths, right? It is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, which we are learning from right from our childhood. Okay, so here in Java we do have modulus operator. Okay, modulus operator. What is the meaning of modulus operator? And percentage symbol is actually denoted over here. Modulus operator is used in order to yield the remainder. For example, 5 modulo 3, it gives me 2 as a remainder, because when I divide 5 by 3, okay, the remainder which I'll be yielding is 2, right? So, and for example, I'm telling 20 mod 10, it is going to be, because I'll not be having any reminder, so the remainder is going to be 0 over here. So modulus operator actually gives us the remainder. Okay, uh, let me show you an example of arithmetic operators. Guys, you can code with me parallelly. You can even use online compiler as well. Okay, okay, so you can code with me parallelly, and if you have any doubts you can ask me over here. Okay, so I'm giving int num1 is equal to some value. Okay, and num2 is equal to some value. Okay, and I'm going to add both of them. Num1 star num2. Here we know plus addition, minus will be the operator for subtraction, star denotes asterisk symbol, it denotes multiplication, division, you know, modulus is for yielding the remainder. Okay, num1 star num2, this is int multiply. Okay, and for modulus, num2 modulo num1. Okay, so modulo only have used. Okay, so here what I'm telling, I'm multiplying 5 and 10, and I'm assigning it to I mean the variable mul, and I'm yielding the result 50. So here in the modulo I am giving 10 mod 5. So when I divide 10 by 5, the remainder is going to be 0. You see what happens if I'm giving a num1 mod num2 5 modulo 10, it is going to be 5, because when I try to divide 5 by 10, there is no 10 in 5, so my remainder will be 5. Okay, so this is all about arithmetic operator. And before this, let's see, guys, are you clear with arithmetic operators? That is quite very simple. So I have only given multiply over here. I think you people will get the addition, subtraction, division thing. Okay, and one more thing, let's see. So here in this case I'm giving the values of num1 and num2, right? So here I'm directly giving num1 as 5 and num2 as 10. So let's see, what if like I want to take the input from the user. Okay, so for that we'll be using scanner object, scanner class. Okay, so we have to import the library, util library. So import java dot util dot scanner. You can give scanner if you know the library name, or else you can also go with star. Star represents all the modules or all the packages which util has. Okay, so when you give star, all the libraries will be getting loaded. All the libraries which is available in util package will be getting loaded. Okay. And now I'm going to create a scanner object. Creating a scanner object. So I'll be giving scanner, new scanner of system.in. Okay. So this is going to be my scanner object. And see, here we know num1 and num2 are the two variables which is of int data type. Okay. So my input, how I'll be taking the input from the user is int num1 is equal to my scanner object dot next int. Okay. Then int num2 is equal to sc dot next int. As I'm going to take an integer value from the user as the input, I'll be giving next int over here. Okay. Now I'll be giving my num1 as 10 and my num2 as 3. Okay. So what is my answer? When you multiply, it is going to be 30, and the remainder 10 modulo 3 is going to be 1. 1 will be my remainder. So this is how you will be taking the input from the user. You will be creating a scanner object. Okay. And as it is an integer variable, you will be giving next int. Okay. You can also give, like you can also get the input from the user, like multiple data types also you can get. For example, for string, you'll be giving string s is equal to sc dot next. It is the method over here. If you want to get double a is equal to sc dot next double. Okay, so these are the different things according to your scenarios and use cases. You will be getting input from the user. Okay, so guys, are you clear with the concept of how to take a dynamic user input? I mean, the user from the input from the user. Are you clear with this? Guys, do respond now. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you. Okay. So this is, and next it is my unary operator. Okay. So as I've already said, unary operator. Unary uh, it is said as applying operation on a single operand. Okay. So here we are having plus plus minus minus operator. So I'll be telling you, unary operator means working on single operand. Uh, Guys, please listen to this carefully, because this is a very important thing, because people will confuse you if you're sitting for interviews, and if you're asked to solve the coding snippets, you might get more questions on this. Okay, so yes, we do have the increment and the decrement operator. Okay, increment in the sense you're going to increment the number. Increment means you're going to increase the value. For example, I'm telling a is equal to 5. A plus plus means a is equal to 5 plus 1. Okay, so I'm going to increment it by the value of 1. Okay, so in unary operator we are having only two different kinds of operator: increment operator and decrement operator. In increment we do have two operators. One is post increment and pre increment. Okay, similarly in decrement also we do have something like post decrement and pre decrement. Okay, for pre increment, if I'm telling a is equal to 5, okay, plus plus a, this is known as pre increment. Pre increment in the sense I'll be incrementing the value of a. Okay, and then I'm going to print it. For example, if I'm giving system.out.println plus plus 5, my output will be 6 over here. Okay, because my a value will be incremented by 1, then I'm going to print the variable a. So 6 is going to be my answer. Okay, If it is a post increment, a plus plus. So when I give it like this, obviously A's value is going to be incremented. But when I like print the output, 5 will be my output, because first I'm printing 5 and then only I'm going to increment. Okay, for example, I'll be showing you the demo. Okay, what is the use of nextend? Nextend is actually used in order to get an input from the user, get an integer input from the user, Pavan. Okay, if you want to use other data types, means you will be giving next double, next float. Okay, yes. So it is unary operator. So I'm getting only one input. Okay, and here I'm giving a plus plus, a pre-increment, no, plus plus a. So here we don't have something called as a plus plus num1. So here my output will be, see what happens when I give 5 over here. Okay, so I'm giving 5. Here my output will be 6, because I'm first incrementing, plus plus I'm incrementing, so my num1 becomes 6, and then only I'm printing my num1. Okay, if it is a post increment, see what happens. Num1 plus plus, pre means before the variable, post means afterwards. So if I give 5, what happens? 5 is going to be my answer. Okay, because I'm going to print my num1 first and then only I'm going to increment. See what happens again. I mean, it will be incremented, but if we are giving in the print statement, like it is going to give two different answers over here. This is the catch. Okay, if I'm going to print the num1 value, it will be converted into 6, because I have incremented the value. Okay, if I'm giving pre-increment also, it will be incremented to 6 only. Plus plus num1. I'm giving 5. Okay, in both pre-increment and post-increment, okay, the we are going to increment the value of the variable by 1 only. Okay, so if you're using num1 plus plus or plus plus num1, it is going to be incremented by 1. But if you are using it in the println statement only, the answer is going to differ, because in the pre-increment as well, when we are giving 5, okay, the in this line only it is giving the answer 6, and the original num1 value is incremented by 1. Okay, when it is a post increment also, the updation is same, but if you are giving the increment operator in this line in println statement only, the output is going to differ. I See, here it is 5 and there it was 6. This is the catch over here. Okay. Guys, are you getting what I'm trying to say? And similarly, if it is a post decrement means num1 minus minus. I'm going to decrement it by the value of 1. So 4, it is going to be 3. Okay. So as I'm giving it in the println statement only, here we are noting the difference. First num1 is going to be printed. So 4 is going to be printed and then it is going to be decremented by the value of 1. Okay. But the meaning of the meaning of post increment and pre increment is going to be same only. But if you are giving it in a println statement like this, there will be difference in the output. Okay. And if you people are preparing for your interviews, uh, coding coding snippets using unary unary operator, unary increment and decrement operators. See here, like people will be asking you what will be the value of this thing. Okay, they'll be giving you code snippets. Wait, like here it is on increment and decrement operators. Yes. So this is how people are going to check you. Okay, and for sure, if you have the coding snippets round, obviously you will be having the question based on increment and decrement. Okay, so here see what happens. Okay, so here like this only they'll be giving the coding snippets and then they'll be asking you the code. Okay, so go through all these things, see how they are playing with the increment and decrement operators. Okay, so I'll be solving you the first question. Okay, here what they have said, I is equal to 11, right? And the expression which is given over here, they are going to update the value of pi. Okay, so we'll divide and we'll solve. So here this plus is not unary operator, this plus is arithmetic operator. Okay, so I'll be putting parentheses over here. Okay, so initially I'm going to solve this and next I'm going to solve this and then only I'm going to add it. Okay, now I is 11, so I is equal to 11 plus plus 11 plus plus is uh 11 11 plus plus it is going to be 12. Okay, now my I value will be 12 plus plus I, um wait, I is equal to 12 plus I. Okay, this I is getting capitalized, don't now I is equal to 12 plus, see my I value got updated over here, so plus 12 will be giving the result 13. Okay, so I will be 12 plus 13, it is 25. 25 will be my answer. So can we check this code? We'll run over here. In I is equal to 11, I is equal to I plus I. System dot out dot println I. My answer will be 25. So 24. One second. 20. 11 plus will be converted into 12 plus I. 12 plus 13. I is used before increment and I is used after increment. Okay. Okay. So here we have done a mistake. Even when you're trying to assign, because like I thought only when you're using in the println statements the answer will be different, but here also here is a catch. Okay, so here it is no, it is post increment, right? So here also they are having the value 11 only. Okay, I don't know whether you people are getting. So I is equal to I plus plus. So I is equal to 11 plus plus. Okay, plus I. Okay, as it is post increment, they are taking only the value 11 over here. Okay, but the real value of I will be incremented to 12. So now my I value will be 12. Okay, because I have incremented, but in this step I'm as it is a post increment, I'm taking only the value 11. Okay, so in my next step what happens, I is equal to 11 plus I. So already my I value is 12, so plus 12. So here it becomes 13. So I is equal to 11 plus 13 and it's 24. People, are you getting it? 23. No, it is not 23. It is 24. Because I thought like here I plus plus is there now. So here itself I value will be incremented only. Here I thought it will be accounting 12 over here. Guys, do you understand? Hi Tina. Pavan understood? Kirti understood? Can I repeat it again? So here, as in as it is a post increment, how the question will be framed is I is equal to 11 plus plus plus. Let's keep it aside, okay? Plus plus I. So my I value will be incremented by 1, but here they are taking only this first I into account. So 11 only they are taking into account. So here I is equal to 11 plus plus I. So plus plus 12, it is going to be 13 because I am going to increment and then only I am going to take this value of I. After incrementing, 12 becomes 13 and then I will be taking the I's value. So now I is equal to 24. Yes. First, it's using the value and then it is increment because I thought it only works when we are using it in print statement because only in print statements, we'll be giving like this, right? So system.out.println we'll be giving I plus plus. So in this case, I thought it will be printing the value of I first and then only the incrementation will be carried out. But even in expressions like this, only 11 is taken into account. Okay. Okay, so you can go through examples like this because people will be questioning you on all these things. So see here, not the expressions. So you can practice over here, and this is one of the plays where we'll be making mistakes. Okay, so this is all about the unary operators, and then the assignment operators. Assignment operator will be very quite similar to the arithmetic operators only. In the assignment operators, we are going to assign some values. So we are going to make some computation and we are going to assume some values. So this is also an assignment operator only. If I'm giving a is equal to 3, it is an assignment because I'm assigning 3 to the variable a. Okay, and here if I'm going to give a plus is equal to 3, okay, it is nothing but a is equal to a plus 3. It is quite similar to this expression. If I'm giving a plus is equal to 3, then it actually means something like this: a is equal to a plus 3. Okay, if I'm giving a star is equal to 3, then it actually means a is equal to a star 3. And if I'm giving something as x plus is equal to y, then it actually means x is equal to x plus y. Okay. Assignment operator. I'll be giving a couple of examples. Okay. Assignment. I think Tina is late to the class. When did you come, Tina? Because and that's fine, but I'm just asking. Int a is equal to 4, int b is equal to 5, int num is equal to a plus is equal to b. So if I'm going to print a value, means it will be 9 because I'm telling a is equal to a plus b. So a plus b is I have said, right, only in this direction, only from right to left the assignment goes. So if I'm giving a plus is equal to b, what happens? A is equal to a plus b, right? So a plus b is computed, then it is assigned to a. Okay, but b value is same only because I'm not doing any updates on b value. B. Okay, only my I'm updating only my a value, so only a and b is added and the value is being assigned to a itself. So my a holds the value 9. Whereas when it comes to B, I'm not updating anything. So this is all about assignment. You can also give something as A star is equal to B. It is similar to, it is equivalent to A is equal to A star B. So this is all about the assignment operator. You can use even modulus also you can use. It is not given in this picture, but you can even use A is equal to A mod B. Okay. Next is the relational operators. So these operators are actually used in order to compare the relationship between any two variables. Okay. Here double equal to, it checks if both the values or both the operands are equal or not. If I'm giving a equal to b, then it checks whether a and b holds the same value or not. Okay, not equal to means it actually tells us whether a is not equal to b. If a and b holds different values in the sense, if my a is 5 and my b is 3, a not equal to b, it gives true as my answer. Okay, and less than greater than, it checks whether a number is less than and another number, or it is greater than. Less than or equal to means it also checks the it combines the equal to and the less than greater than symbols. And the output of a relational operators will always be a boolean value. Okay, it is going to be true or false. I think it makes sense, right? Because if I'm going to question you something as is 5 is less than 3, you'll be telling no, or it is false, right? Because 5 is greater than 3. So in general English we'll be using yes or no, but here in boolean, yes means true, no means false. Okay, I'll be showing you an example of relational operators. Guys, if you have any doubts, you can let me know in the chat. Okay, relational. Sorry, today I'm facing more typos. Relational operators. Okay, I'm going to print is my A is equal to B. No, obviously my A is not equal to B, so the answer will be false. Okay, if I'm giving A is not equal to B, it is true because 4 is not equal to 5, right? If I'm giving something as A double equal to 4, it's true because A is 4, and yes. If I'm giving A is less than B, true because 4 is less than 5. A is less than or equal to B. It gives true because A is, I think you people are getting the point, right? Because A is not less than B, but A is equal to B. But in this case, let's see what happens. It gives false because 5 is not less than 5, right? So the output of relational operators will always be a Boolean value. Okay, guys. Yes, relational operator, it returns a Boolean value. Okay, fine, Tina. Okay, so guys, do you have any doubts? You did not mention bool function. How the input will be true or false coming? Uh, I mean, it is something kind of hypothesis. Like the output of a relational operator is going to be false or true, because when you're going to compare something, there won't be any numerical values which is going to be your answer, right? If you're going to add 4 plus 5, then you'll be yielding some numerical input as the answer. Okay, but usually when we try to compare the relationship between two variables, that time only true or false is going to be the answer. Now if I'm going to compare whether let's take real time scenario, like I'm going to compare the results of two students. So whether student 1 has scored more marks than student 2, it is going to be an yes or no question, or it is going to be a true or false question only. So obviously we won't be getting any output rather than true or false. So is it clear, Pavan? Do you want me to explain what is Boolean data type? Okay. Clear, right? Pawan, you are clear, right? Because I mean, we are not going to change the data type of any output which the operators is going to generate. Okay, but whenever we are using relational operators, true or false is going to be the output value. Okay. Okay. So next, logical operators. Logical operators also, uh, the the output is going to be true or false only. So and logical operator, it also like returns boolean output only. Here we have logical and logical or and logical not. Okay. So people here, do you know something about truth table? Truth table. So if you people know anything about truth table, truth table. If you know, you can tell us, or if you don't know, you can tell no. No issues. Okay. Others? Mm. Tina and Kirti. Ha. And gate or gate, S not gate. Yes. We do have more gates as well. XOR, XNOR, NOR gate. Right. So people over here, do you all know what is a what is a truth table? If you know, then I'll be just telling you how it works, or else I want to explain the truth table. XOR. Yes. Okay, so people here, a truth table, right? Okay. So for logical and, the truth table is true and true. It is going to be true only. True and false. It is going to be false. False and true. It is going to be false as well. False and false. It is going to be false. So when it comes to logical and, you're going to check logically between two operands. Okay, if any one of the operand, if any one of the expression it yields false, then your output is going to be false no matter what. Only when both the expressions or both the operands, I mean, we cannot call it as operand over here, because here it will be an expression only, right? Here inside the bracket will be having some expression, because that expression will be returning the value either true or false, and you'll be having logical and, the symbol is double ampersand, and another expression you'll be having. So uh, if either of your expression yields the result false, then the output result will be false, otherwise it's true. Okay, so here logical operators, I'm going to assign it to the result, boolean result. Okay, 5 greater than 4 and 4 is less than 3. Okay, here 5 is greater than 4. This expression it returns true, but this expression it returns false, because 4 is not greater than 4 is not less than 3, right? So if either of the expression is the result false, the output result is going to be false only. Let's see what happens over here. 4 is greater than 3 and 5 is greater than 4. Both is result true. That time the result will be true. Okay. So let's see in this case as well. False and true combination. False and true, false. False and false combination, it will be false. So this is all about logical and. Okay. Next is logical or. In logical or, the output will be, if either of your expression yields true, the output end result will be true. Okay. True or or is going to be represented by a pipe symbol. True or true yields the result true. True or false going to yield the result true. False or true will be yielding the result true. Only false or false will return you false. Okay. So here I'll be using a pipe symbol. 5 is less than 4, it is false. 4 is less than 3, it is also false. So false or false, false will be my answer. False is going to be my answer. So I'm trying out my first combination. True or true? True. 5 is greater than 4, it is true. 4 is greater than 3, it is also true. So true or true, it is true. It is true. I will be checking second combination. True. 5 is greater than 4 is true. And false combination. 4 is less than 3. True is going to be my answer. And the last combination, here it is false and here it is true. Okay, guys. So the last logical operand is logical not. It is very simple. Okay, it is applied on a single expression, not of an expression. If your expression yields true, then not of true. What is the vice versa of true? False will be returned. Okay, if your expression is false, not of false, true will be written. For example, I'll be giving over here, not of 5 is greater than 4. 5 is greater than 4 is true. Okay, not of true, false is going to be my answer. False. Okay, let's see what happens here. 5 is less than 4. 5 is less than 4 is false. Not of false, it is true. So this is all about logical operators. So people, are you clear about logical operators? We do have logical and logical or and logical not. Why I'm asking it again is only if you are, only if you are clear with this truth table, it helps us when we, learn when we explore the topics bitwise operators, because in bitwise operators also we do have bitwise and bitwise or and bitwise not. Okay. Okay, what about others, guys? How many people are watching here? Because yesterday, more reply was there from your side, but today it is quite less. Five people, okay. I think all the five are active. What about the rest two? Satyam. What about Satyam and his name? Sauvik. The people are there. Okay, I think because today is Sunday, no, that's why people are taking rest. Okay. Okay, so you people are clear with logical operators now. Then we'll be moving on to a very unique operator. Even in your coding whenever you are trying to solve any coding problems also, you can make use of the ternary operator, because it reduces your the number of lines which you're using in order to solve a particular problem, and yeah, you can use it as well. So ternary operator, another name for ternary operator is conditional operator, because based on a condition, yeah, this operator works. Okay, so if your condition is true, then a block of code will be getting executed. Or let's take something like this. So if you're if you're based on a specific condition, if the condition is true, then a set of logic or a set of thing is going to be executed, or a set of expression will be evaluated. If it is false, in according to the condition, the operation takes place. That is why it is known as ternary operator. Okay, so this is how the flowchart will be for ternary operator. Okay, here you will be specifying a condition. If the and here are the two separators, question mark and colon. Okay, so you'll be checking if this condition is true or false. If it is true, then your first expression will be getting executed. Okay, if it is false, then your second expression is going to be executed. Okay, you cannot change the order. You cannot change. You cannot. You cannot. I mean, please don't put me a question whether we can change the order. Like here, the chart is like this. No, if it is true, then expression one will be getting executed, and if it is false, expression two will be getting executed. Okay, we cannot change the flow. We cannot make, if the condition is true, this will work, or if the condition is false, this should work. We cannot, like reverse it. This is the default thing how a ternary operator works. Okay, now yeah, I'll be showing you. Okay, okay, thank you, Farudin. So I'll be showing you how ternary operator works. Ternary operator. Okay, so I'm going to. Okay, if I'm going to give an expression, if the expression yields true, then I'm going to return 1 as my answer. If the expression yields false, then I'm going to return 0 as my answer. So I'm going to I'm going to initialize a variable result. Okay, I'm going to give an expression over here. I'll be giving an expression 5 greater than 3. If this expression is true, then I'll be assigning one value to a result. Okay, if not, I'm going to assign 0 value to my result variable. Okay, and then I'm going to print it. Print result. Okay. Mm, hmm. Okay, guys. So I'm going to check the condition. If it is true, then 1 will be assigned to result. If it is not, 0 will be assigned. 5 is greater than 3. It is true, right? So 1 will be assigned to the result variable. And when I try to print the value in the result, 1 will be getting printed. Okay. Based on this condition only, it checks whether this to execute or this to execute. Okay. So if I'm giving like this, I'm changing it. 5 is less than 3. It is false. So 0 will be getting assigned to result. And when I try to print the result value, 0 will be my answer. Okay. So this is how a ternary operator works. So just give me a second, and if you people have any doubt, you can let me know in the chat. We'll be solving a very simple question. We'll be checking. I want you people to just let me know in the chat. It's a very simple question. Um, how to check if a number is even or odd? Okay, just put me the logic in the chat. Just give me a minute. I'll come. Yes, guys, great. Yes, you people are correct. True, then even, else odd. Yes, you are correct. So let's try to and um, as ternary operator is known as conditional operator. We'll be also seeing if block. Okay, if else block in, I mean, in our next further uh, sessions we'll be seeing about if else block as well. So the things which an if block does, it can also be done with the help of ternary operator in a single line. Okay, so I want to check whether a number is even or odd. Okay, um, I'll be I want to print whether a number is even or odd, right? So I'll be giving string result. I'll be giving a condition. Okay, int num is equal to, I'll get a number from the user. Guys, are you parallelly coding with me? Int any number. Okay, int num is equal to, we have to create a scanner object. Int num is equal to sc dot next int. Int result is equal to, I'll be giving the condition if num mod 2 not equal to 0, then I'll be assigning the number is odd. Oh, sorry, here it is question mark. Otherwise, I'll be assigning the number is even. Okay. Now I'll be printing my result value. What happens here? What I'm doing? Uh, this is a string, right? So I'm directly assigning the string to a string variable, and then I'm trying to print the result. Only based on this condition, the assignment happens. Okay. So I'm going to run this. I'm going to give 10. Number is even. Okay. If I'm giving any odd number, 5, number is odd. So this is how a ternary operator works. In a single statement itself, we'll be able to perform, the result. Okay, and even you can give this directly inside your. I think it works. Wait, we'll check. You can directly give it here as well, I guess. Yes, you can give it directly here itself. In println statement itself, you can give it. I'll be giving a number 23. Number is odd. So this is how a ternary operator works. Guys, are you clear with the ternary operator? Thank you, Farudin and Pawan, because you have given the logic needs. Thank you. Guys, are you clear with this? If you have any doubts, you can let me know in the chat. Okay. What about Pawan? What about Tina? Clear. Okay. Yes. So next is the bitwise operators and the shift operators. So now only we are going to see the binary representation of decimal numbers. Okay. Okay. Before seeing the binary representation concept, okay. Yeah. So these three people, I think you're only in online. Do you have any coding platforms? I mean, do you have any? Are you following any coding platforms like Lead Code or CodeChef, something like that? Have you created an account? I mean, for like a couple of minutes, let's speak about DSA, and then we'll be moving on again to the topic. Okay. Guys, I mean, have you solved any problems in coding platforms? Because like I'll be suggesting, I mean, it's not suggestion, okay, like I'll be sharing you like the sheet which I have followed during my interview prep, and what I'm following. You can follow your own sheet as well. But I mean, for me, I'm not asking you to follow for sure, but for me, like Striver sheet has helped me a lot because I have learned many things using that sheet. Okay, so it is. Guys, are you in online? You can tell me yes or no, because I don't know whether the thing which I'm saying right now it is reaching you people or not. You can let me know in the chat. Farudin, guys, not clear. Not clear in the sense like, I mean, I'm not getting what is not clear. Like, do you want to reiterate on anything, or are you talking about the DSA? I have just asked. Have you people have signed in into any coding platforms like Lead Code, or so you people don't know what is Lead Code itself? Lead Code. So in Lead Code, no, like we used to have more number of problems. So I'm asking, more platforms are there, right? So Lead Code, CodeChef, we have CodeChef, and we have HackerRank. Okay, and we do have Coding Ninjas. Okay, so I'll suggest to people to use Lead Code. Okay, in the Lead Code you create an account, and there will be more problems which will be available to you. And personally, like I'll be sharing the DSA sheet which I followed for my interview preparation, and in order to learn DSA. Okay, so I have followed Striver's DSA sheet. Striver's DSA sheets. So here it is. So it is A to Z sheet. Okay, here we'll be having different topics, and he might have given various examples as well. So for example, if I'm taking, I want to solve questions on binary search. It's not a marketing kind of thing, just I'm telling you personally what sheet I have used. There are more sheet as well. Okay, you can follow anything which you want, but I'm telling my own experience. So for example, if you want to practice binary search on 1D arrays, then these are the important topics which were asked in many fang based companies, or not only FANG based companies, in most of the interviews. And here will be the article for that, in order to like solve that particular problem. uh, Personally, I feel like when I followed Striver's sheet, like it was very easy for me to follow. And he also has a YouTube channel, Take You Forward. If you're not understanding the logic in the article, you can also go and watch his channel. And for practice, he might have given some questions, like the same question. Like if I want to practice this question, I can go here. I can practice that question in either Lead Code or GFG. Yeah, you can also follow GFG DSA. I mean, you can also create an account in GFG, and you can start solving coding problems as well. So this was the sheet which I followed personally. It is not kind of any marketing and all. Okay, and yes, the channel name is Take You Forward. Take You Forward is the channel name. Uh, Solve 10 problems. Okay, okay, Pavan. I remember, Pavan, you said that you are in your third year of college, right? It's fine. Like even if you start today, like you'll be having a whole grip. You'll be having more grip on DSA. Okay. So start solving problems on Lead Code and GFG, because it helps you a lot in interview as well as final year. Okay. So yes, this was what I was about to tell. Okay, so personally, I have followed Striver sheet and it has helped me a lot. There are more sheets available. Grokkin sheet is there. I mean, I Grokkin sheet only, I guess. Grokking. Yes, Grokking sheet is also there. I mean, I'm not sure the name. Grokkin something. I'll let you know because there are more sheets available. Okay. Uh, DSA. I'll, yeah, we do have Love Barber sheets. Okay. And we do have many sheets. You can follow any one of them. I have followed the Striver sheet. Okay. Yes. So now getting into the concept how to represent a binary number into a decimal number or a decimal number into a binary number. Usually, binary means two, right? 0 and 1. So, the base value of a decimal number will always be 10. Okay, once. The base value of a decimal The base value of a decimal number will always be 10. Decimal number means it is not a different number and all. Yeah. It is not different number and all. Please don't mind my handwriting. Okay. It is not any different number. Normally, what numbers we use? If we say 5, 5 is a decimal number and its base value is 10. Okay. So we want to convert, if you want to convert 5 to its corresponding binary value. Binary means the base value of binary will be 2 over here. Okay. Um, so as we have 2 as the base value for a binary number, we want to write the powers of 2. Okay, starting from 0 to n. So you write 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4 until 2 power n. Okay. Then write the corresponding values here also. 2 power 1 is 2 power 0 is 1, right? 2 power 1 is 2, 2 power 2 is 4, 2 power 3 is 8, 2 power 4 is 16, then 2 power 5 is 32, then 64 until it goes till 2 power n. Okay, we don't know the n value. So now if I want to represent 5, no, if I want to represent 5 in terms of its binary, just consider these values. Just consider these values. Okay, just set the bit to 1. In the sense, just put 1 where and all you'll be getting when you add those numbers you want to get the answer 5. So here when I add 4 plus 1 my answer will be 5, right? So just put 1 corresponding to that particular bit. So 4 plus 1 it is 5. Remaining all places you put 0. Okay. So when you want to represent 5 in terms of its binary, okay, in 8-bit representation, you'll be giving 0, 0, 0, 0. In 8 bits, you want to represent. Okay. 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay. So here it is 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, something like this. Okay. And now next example, if you want to represent 10 in terms of binary means just check where and all if you add anything, if you add like you have to get the value 10. So 8 plus 2 is 10. In remaining places you put 0 until 2 power n it will be 0 only, but as it is 8-bit representation you have to stop until 8-bit. Okay, so this is going to be my binary value. For example, if I want to represent 21, okay, 16 plus 4 plus 1 is 21, right? So corresponding to 16 you put 1, corresponding to 4 you put 1, corresponding to 1 you put 1, and remaining places you put 0. 0 0 0 0. So this is how you are going to represent a decimal number to its corresponding binary. Okay, and this binary means here everything will be represented in the form of zeros and ones, and the bitwise and the shift operators, we are going to deal with the bits of a decimal number only. Okay, internally only it goes. Okay, it does the computation in the bits of a particular decimal number, and then it will be yielding us the result. Okay, guys, are you okay, Faruddin? Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye. Okay, guys. So, are you clear with how to represent a decimal number to its corresponding binary? Pawan, are you clear with this? I hope only Pawan is there in the call. I don't know how many people are watching. Pawan, are you clear with this? Okay, cool. Next, this is the representation of how to convert a decimal number to its binary. Okay, so next we'll be seeing how to convert a corresponding binary to decimal. Okay, so if you want to convert a binary to its corresponding decimal, let's say let's have something as 0 1 1 0. Okay, so write the powers of 2. Okay, and start filling from the left. Okay, sorry, start filling from the right. It's right to me, right? Yeah, it's right from right you start. So put 0 1 1 0. Okay, so everything here will be zero only, because whenever people are writing like this, like you have to start from the last bit, you have to start from the uh I mean least bit. Okay, so just add the corresponding number. So where 1 is present, 2 plus 4 6. 6 is going to be my answer. Okay, either you can do it in this way, or another way is you can just give, it is 2 power 0 now, so 0, sorry, 0 into 2 power 0, then 1, the corresponding bit 1 into, here it is 2 power 1 now, 2 power 1. Next here it is 1 into 2 power 2. Next 0 into 2 power 3. Okay, now compute the result for this. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. 2 power 1 is 2. 2 into 1, 2. 2 power 4 is 4. 4 into 1 is 4. 2 power 3. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So now you add all these things. 4 plus 2 is 6. So if you want to represent 0, 1, 1, 0 binary, always binary's base value will be 2. If you want to represent in decimal means it is 6. 6, and the base value here is 10. Okay. So guys, I don't know whether to call guys or Pawan. So Pawan, are you clear with this? Are you clear with how to convert a binary to its corresponding decimal? Only one is watching. Guys, are you clear with this? Okay, Pawan. How many people are watching, Pawan? Sorry for reiterating this question again and again. Just wanted to know whether it is. Many people are 4. Okay, okay, guys. So yes. So this is how. Oh, sorry. This is how we'll be representing, we'll be converting a decimal to binary and binary to decimal. Okay, so now let's see how bitwise operators work. Just put 2 power 5, 2 power 6. I think it'll be kind of 2 power 7. Okay, here 2 power 6 is 64 and 2 power 7 is 128. Okay, now we are having, first we'll be seeing how a bitwise or how a bitwise AND works. In order to represent bitwise AND, it is a single ampersand symbol. Okay, so bitwise AND is the single ampersand symbol. So I want to apply bitwise AND for 5 and 3. 5 bitwise and 3. Okay, if this is my expression, let's see what is going to be my answer. Okay, so yes, first of all, take the first operand 5, represent it in terms of zeros and ones. So 4 plus 1 is 5. Remaining all put zeros. Okay, next write 3 and represent 3. 3, 2 plus 1 is 3, right? So 2 plus 1 and put zeros. Now if you want to perform bitwise and, just consider the same, this truth table only we are going to work. Okay, just consider, or just for computation, keep 1 as true, 0 as false. Okay, so true and true, it is true. False and true, whenever we are going for AND operation, if either of the operand yields the result false, it is automatically false. So false and true, it is false. True and false, it is false. False and false, it is false. Okay, remaining every places, it is false only. So when you are applying bitwise AND for 5 and 3, okay, so this is going to be the output. Now you have to convert it into decimal. So when you convert it into decimal, where the bits are set, I mean, only in this position the bit is 1. So what is the corresponding position? 2 power 0 is 1. So 1 will be my answer. Let's check it with our code. Okay, let's check it with our code. Int result is equal to 5 and 3. System dot, it is not ternary output, it is bitwise and out dot println result. Okay, 1 is my answer. So this is what we have got here also, right? So whenever we are applying bitwise and for 5 and 3, my answer is going to be 1. Okay, so next, bitwise OR, it is very simple. We'll be applying bitwise OR for 5 and 3. So 5 bitwise OR 3. In logical AND, we used to have double ampersand and pipe symbol, but here we'll be having only a single straight line symbol. Okay, so when we are applying bitwise AND, sorry, bitwise OR, same, you have to Same, what you have to do is you have to write the binary representation of 5 and 3. Okay, this is the corresponding binary representation of 5 and 3. Now what you want to do is you have to apply this truth table over here, the or logic. Okay, so in or logic, if either of the expression is true, the output result is going to be true, right? So here 1 or 1, true or true, true, false or true, true, true or false, true, false or false, false. So everything here it becomes 0. Okay, so this is the output in bit format, or in bitwise this is the output. Okay, so you have to convert it into its decimal format. So when you're converting, just check the places where your bit is being set, or where your bit is 1. So 4 plus 2 plus 1, it is 7. So when you're applying bitwise or to 5 and 3, then the answer is going to be 7. Okay, 5 or 3, or not, or 3, my answer is going to be 7. 7 is my answer over here. So this is how bitwise and bitwise or it works. uh Pawan, people, are you clear with this? People, are you clear with the bitwise operators, bitwise and bitwise or? This is how yes, so this is how actually the bitwise operators work. uh In bitwise operator and shift operators only, it deals with the bits of a particular decimal number. Okay, so guys, are you clear with this? Thank you, Pavan. What about others? What about the rest three of them? People, are you clear with this? Or if you have any doubts, you can post me in the chat. Okay, I guess only Pavan is active. Okay, so next, next is the shift operator. Okay, so in shift operator, we do have left shift and right shift. Okay, left shift and right shift. Okay, while seeing and or not, like we'll also be seeing another operator. It is bitwise XOR. Bitwise XOR. Before seeing shift operator, we'll be seeing one more operator of bit wise. 5 XOR 3, and XOR, we'll be using this symbol. Okay, the truth table of XOR operator is only when the both expressions are different, it is true. True XOR true. They both are same, right? True and true is same. So false is going to be my output. True XOR false. True is going to be my output. False XOR true. True is going to be my output. False XOR false. False will be my output. Okay. So if both operands are same, then false is the result. If both operands are different, then true will be my result. Okay. So here 5 XOR 3. I'll be writing the corresponding bitwise representation of 5 and 3. And now, I'll be telling. So true and true. Both are same operands. So 0 is my result. Different operands. So 1. Here also 1 and 0 are different operands. So 1 will be my, output. 0 and 0 same. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so this is my output. So when I try to convert it into decimal, okay, uh, 1 is present in 4 and 2. So 4 plus 2, it is 6. 6 is going to be my answer. Okay, so let's check it with the code. 5 5 XOR 3. It is 6. Okay, so this is how an XOR operator works. Okay, so we have seen XOR and bitwise, bitwise or bitwise and bitwise XOR. Okay, now let's see the shift operator. In shift operator, we do have two types of shift operators. One is left shift and right shift. Okay, we'll be denoting right shift by this symbol, and we'll be denoting left shift by this symbol. Okay, and if I'm giving 5 left shift 2 means, it means I'm going to shift the bits of 5. Okay, I mean two, I mean twice, or I mean if I'm telling something like this, so 5, oh this is right, this is right shift. 5 right shift 2 means, I'm just telling what does it represent means, we are going to shift the bits of 5 twice, because here we are used twice, no, 2, no, so twice to its right. If I'm telling like this, I'm going to shift the bits of 3, okay, thrice in leftwise direction, in leftwise direction. Okay, so here I'm going to shift the bits of 5 to in rightwards position twice. Okay, so here I'm going to shift the bits of bits of 5 3 times in left direction. I mean you'll be clear with this example. So here I'll be using 5 right shift 2. Okay, so first of all I'll be writing I'll be representing 5 in terms of binary. Okay, so I have said that I want to I'm going to shift the bits of 5 twice in rightwards direction. Okay, so what I'll be doing is, I'll be I'll be doing this shift. So this is going to be my first shift. This is going to be my first shift. Shift number 1. Okay, I'll be shifting. So 1 will go outside. So 0 will come over here. 1 comes over here. I mean, this 1 will go outside. Okay, and this 0 will come over here. This 0 comes 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 over here. Because I'm going to shift the bits. I'm going to shift. Okay, and here we are having no value, right? So append it with 0. Okay, so this is going to be my first shift. This is, I have given right shift, so it is getting shifted in rightwards direction. So in my second shift, let's see what happens. This 1 comes here, so 1. This 0 comes over here. This 0 comes over here. This 0 will be right shifted. This is right shifted 0. Here also it is 0. This 0 will come over here, and here we have no places, so we'll be filling it with 0. Okay, so this is going to be my final output. Okay, because I have asked my logic to shift the bits twice only, 2 times only. Okay, so this is my first shift, and this is my second shift. I'm done with second shift. So here I want to convert it into corresponding decimal value. Okay, so here I'm having my 1 or the bit set bit only in this position. So 2 power 0, 1 will be my answer. Okay. So let's check when I'm giving 5 right shift 2. 1 must be my answer. 1 is my answer. Okay. So guys, are you clear with the shift, right shift operator? And left shift is left shift works in a similar pattern only. Okay. But the thing over here is in vice versa. In left vice direction, it is going to work. Yes. If 5 right shift 3 means what happens, I'll tell. Yeah, yeah. 3 times it will be getting shifted. So that time what happens is, assume this as my third shift. So in my third shift, this one goes out. So this 0 comes here. This 0 comes here. Everything is 0, right? Everything is 0. Everything is 0 because this 0 will come here. This 0 will come here. Everything is 0. So my output will be 0. 5 right shift 3, it is 0. Okay. How are you clear now? Okay. Pawan, do you want me to explain left shift? I mean, left shift works in the similar way only. Just here you are shifting it in right direction, no? In left, you will be shifting it in the leftward direction. Do you want to explain left shift operation or is it fine? No need. Okay. Okay. So now it's time for solve. I mean, yeah, this is all about the operators. Okay. So we are done with the operators. Okay. Now I'll be telling you a question. Okay. See, yeah, don't worry that you are the only person who is present over here, so you will be forced to say the answer. Nothing like this. Okay. So I'll be telling you a DSA problem. Okay, you just tell me the logic of how we can do certain things. Okay. I'll be explaining you the code. Okay. I'll be explaining you the question. I'll be explaining you a coding problem. Don't worry, Pawan. Okay, we'll discuss and we'll come out to an answer. Okay, don't worry. So I'm going to give I'm going to give you an array. Okay. Uh, I'm not even asking for code implementation, right? Just to tell the logic. Okay. I'm going to give you an input array. Okay. Let's take, I'm going to have an array like this: 1, comma 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay. Now, my question here is, uh, the frequency of the element in the array. Okay. Or, I mean, the frequency of the elements in the array will be even, but only a single element will be having an odd frequency. For example, frequency in the sense count. So here in this example, let's take count of 1. Okay, count of 1. How many times 1 has occurred? It has occurred twice. Let's take count of 2. How many times 2 has occurred? It has occurred twice, right? But what is the count of 3? Count of 3 here is 1. So here I am giving you a constraint as well. Okay, so only one element in the array has odd frequency, and the question here is we have to find that particular element. Okay. This is test case number 1, and in another test case I'll be giving you one more example. Okay, so if my array is something like this: 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 3 comma 2 comma 1 comma 3 comma 4 comma 4 comma 4. Okay, let's take my array is like this. So I'll be what is the count of what is the count of 1? It is 2. Count of 2 here is 2. Count of 3 is 3. And count of 4 is 4, right? So here, uh, my the element has even frequency. Okay, 2, 2, 4, and all even, right? Only one has odd frequency. Count 3 has the element 3 has odd frequency, and the frequency is 3. So I just want you to spot out the element which has odd frequency. Okay, don't worry, be cool. So this is the question. Okay, so you are given an array. So the constraint is all the elements will be having an even frequency except one element which have odd frequency. How we can find out that particular element? So you just let me know the logic. I'll be explaining you. You can go with you can go with any logic which comes into your mind. Okay, just we are going to discuss here only. I'm not going to evaluate you and all. So Pawan, do you understood the question? Pawan, you understood the question, right? Or okay. So just you take a couple of minutes and you come up with your own logic. Please don't refer anywhere. Okay, just it's a normal discussion only. Whatever comes into your head, you just type it. Then we'll solve the problem. Okay. Uh, like if you know any data structures which we have in in Java, predefined data structure in Java, if we have anything, we can use that as well, which is used for counting the frequency of elements, or you can come up with any idea of how this problem can be solved. Just take a couple of minutes and at 8:10, you let me know the logic. Or if you're not getting any logic also, that's fine. You tell me, no issues. Okay, let's discuss. Okay, we can use hash map. Great. Do we have any other approach? Do you know any other approach? So okay, great. uh any approach which comes into your mind, Pavan? Any approach which we have seen? Can we use any operator which we have seen just now? uh Hash map, that's fine. Do you know how to implement hash map in Java? Ha, you got the point. Using bitwise XOR, will be able to do. So you know how to do using bitwise XOR, na? Or do you want to explain? Great. Okay, you know. Okay, cool. So using bitwise operator, we'll be able to solve this particular problem. Okay, but I mean, the thing of the bitwise operators and bitwise operands, there are many interview questions, you know, like where it comprises because of this bitwise level questions. Okay, and people will question you on all those things. So this is a very very basic problem, and in this particular problem only we'll be able to use bitwise XOR. Okay, so if we see, yeah, um, bitwise algorithms lead code. See, bit manipulation itself, we do have many questions. So what you do now, like you go to lead code and start solving all these things, because there are many questions which involves the bit manipulation. Okay, and if you're strong in bit manipulation, you know, like you'll be getting more grip on DSA part. Okay, so in the lead code, no, there are 230 questions which is available based on bit manipulation. So this is how we'll be representing bits, and this is how we used to work. So whenever we are thinking logics for a complex problem, also in bit level also we must think, okay, can we do any bit manipulation over here in order to solve certain problems? Because when we are dealing with bitwise manipulation, the logic will be very unique, and the time taken, or the space which is being taken in order to complete that problem will be less. So okay. Yep. After this, so we are done with the operators. Next we'll be moving on into, I don't know if any, I mean, how many people are watching, Pavan? Guys, if you have any doubts, you can let me know in the chat, or if you want me to explain the logic for this particular coding problem, you can let me know in the chat. Or if you have any other logics also, you can let me know in the chat. Only two are watching. Okay. Then I'm damn sure only you are seeing my live. Okay. So next is the conditional statements, which we used to have in Java. As the name suggests, conditional statements is we are going to perform certain operations or certain computation based on the conditions. Okay, and we do have certain conditions like if, else, if, all those things. So Java is if statements. Okay, so if statement, it is actually it is quite similar to how a ternary operator works. So the syntax, the general flow is this only. We'll be having a condition. Okay, if, oh sorry, so we'll be giving if and a particular condition. So if, and we'll be giving a condition over here. It can be a condition or it can be an expression, whatever. So if the condition is true, then a set of statements, a block of code will be getting executed. If the condition is false, then a block of code will be executed. Okay, so in the if itself, we have many categories like if statement, if else block, if else if later, or nested if. Okay, so let's see what an if statement is. Okay, if statement. Okay, so as I've already said, I'll be using the keyword if. I'll be giving a number. Okay, int num is equal to 4. If my num is greater than 3, I'm going to print system dot out dot println the number is greater than 3. Okay, so this is known as the condition and this is known as the block of code. Okay, and one more thing, this is a simple if statement because we can have simple if in the sense we only have if statement, we will not be having any corresponding else block. Okay, so this is a simple if statement. Let's execute this. It is simple if. Okay, so num is 4, 4 is greater than 3, so it is getting executed. Let's see what happens if my number is 1. I'm not having any else block to catch uh I'm not having any else block to catch this condition. Okay, so only I'm having an if block. In the if block, I'm giving if my number is greater than 3, then I execute this line. But my number is 1, which means I don't have, the condition will be false. Okay, let's see what happens. No output will be received. No output comes because we only have if here. So this statement is false. So the pointer never goes into the corresponding block of code. Okay, this is simple if. And the next thing is if else later. Okay, uh, we have solved the problem, right? Finding whether a number is odd or even by using ternary operator. We'll be also using yeah, we'll be solving the same problem by using if else block. Okay, and when it comes to if else block, these are the common syntaxes or common things which we'll be using when it comes to solving coding problems. Okay, so I'll be getting a number in num is equal to 10. I'll be giving the condition if num mod 2 is equal to 0, then system dot out dot println the number is even. Okay, if this condition is false, or if this condition is false, if this condition is not true, then it is cached using else block. In my else block, I'll be giving system dot out dot println the number is odd. Okay, so my number is 10. So it will be coming to the if block. 10 mod 2 is equal to 0. So this statement will be getting executed. If I'm giving an odd value, then 11 mod 2 is not equal to 0. So it is being catched with the help of else block. In the else block, I have given the code as the number is odd. We have to print like this. So the output is the number is odd. Okay. This is if else later. Um, we also have something else if else if later. Okay, if else if later, in the sense I'll be writing it. So we are going to get a grade. Okay, I'll be giving you set defined grade. Int grade is equal to sc dot next int. Okay, okay, if my grade is greater than 90, okay, and greater than or equal to 90, okay, greater than or equal to 90, or if my grade is less than or equal to 100, which means if my grade is in the range of 90 to 100, then I'll be printing O grade. Okay, else if my grade is in the range, like 80 to grade is less than or equal to Grade is less than 90. Why I'm not giving equal to here? Because if my grade is in the range 80 to 89 only, 90 is not inclusive here, because I'm including 90 here itself. So I'll be printing A plus grade. Okay. Similarly, else if grade is greater than or equal to 70 and grade is less than 80, I'll be printing A grade. I mean, in this case, we'll be having if my, because I cannot give. I mean, I think you are getting the logic now. So let's stop it over here. Else we'll be giving fail. Okay. So in this particular exam, okay, if the candidate is not scoring above 70, he is considered as the student is fail. Okay. So this is if else if block. So what happens? Let's take, I'm giving somewhere around 86. Okay, it comes over here. It checks whether grade is greater than or equal to 90 and grade is less than or equal to 100. No, the condition is false, right? So it comes to else if block. In else if block also we'll be giving the condition. So it checks whether it falls in this condition. If it falls, yeah, it gets executed, then that's it. Okay. If I'm giving something as 69 also, the student is failed, because it checks in if condition if this is true or not. No, the condition fails over here. It checks in else if block, it is failed. In this else if block also it is failed. So it is being catched in the else block. Okay, and in the else block, in the student is failed block is getting executed. Okay, this is all about if else if statement. Next is nested if. Nested, I mean, if you, just a minute. Okay. So next is the nested if concept. A nested if, in the sense, as the name suggests, nested means one inside another. Like, so we have an if statement inside an if statement, that is known as nested if. Okay. So let's suppose, let's take a number. We want to check if the numbers, if the number is divisible by both 3 and 5. Only if the I mean, only two cases we'll be handling over here. I want to check if a number is divisible by both 5 and 3. If it is divisible by both 5 and 3, I'll be returning true, or I'll be returning yes, the number is divisible by both 5 and 3. Otherwise, I'll be returning no, the number is not divisible by 5 and 3. Okay, so I'll be checking if num mod 5 is equal to 0. I'll be checking if my number is divisible by 5. If it is divisible by 5, then my control comes into this the block of statement inside the if statement. If num mod 3 is equal to 0, I'll be checking if my number is divisible by 5. If yes, then I'm also going to check if my num is divisible by 3. Yes, the number is divisible by 3, so I'll be printing system dot out dot println the number is divisible by both 5 and 3. Okay. If not, I'll be telling the number is not divisible by 5 and 3. Okay, so I'll be giving an number 15. Yes, it checks over here. My 15 mod 5 is equal to 0. Yes, that's true. So my control goes over here. 15 mod 3 is also 0. So this statement will be getting executed. The number is divisible by both 5 and 3. Okay. If this is not the case, it checks over here. I'll be giving another example. 21. It checks here if 21 mod 5 is equal to 0. No, the condition fails here itself. So my control comes over here and then it is being printed as the number is not divisible by 5 and 3. So this is all about the if statement. So we do have four type of if else if block, um if else later, then nested if concept. Okay, and after that we do have another statement which is based on some particular condition which is called a switch case. Okay, so I'll be just telling you the overview of what a switch case is, and tomorrow we'll be seeing the example of switch case. Pawan, did you understood about the if statement? Pawan, did you understand about the if statement? Can we see the overview of switch block, or we can we wind up the class here itself? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so just I'll be okay. Can we see the overview of switch class, or are you exhausted? Just overview can we see for a couple of minutes? Pavan, overview. Okay, sure. Okay, so switch statement in Java, or it is also known as switch class. Okay, the things it is also something like if else if later only. So whatever things we are doing using switch case, it can also be done with the help of if else if block also. Okay, but switch case also helps us in some areas. So how it works is we'll be given an expression. Okay, or we'll be given an expression. We'll be giving switch is the keyword which is used here, switch and the expression. So based on the expression, okay, it will be yielding some result, or it will be having some value, right? So based on the value, different cases will be put forward as. Okay, so for example, the user is going to give uh, the choice. Okay, if their choice is 1, if it is getting matched with the first case, the block of code inside the first case will be getting executed, and after each case in switch, after each cases, we'll be having a break statement. So I'll be telling you why do we have a break statement over there. Okay, and it comes and checks. Okay, so we'll be given an expression. It checks if it matches with case number 1. If it is getting matched, then the particular block of code will be executed, and when it encounters break, the control comes out of the switch case. If it is not getting matched with case number 1, it comes to case number 2. It checks if case 2, if it matches with second case. If yes, then that particular block of code will be getting executed, and if it encounters break, it comes out of the switch case. Yeah, until how many cases you have specified over there, that many cases is checked. If your expression does not matches with any of the cases, then the default condition will be executed. So default is something like the else block, which we have an if else if later. Okay, so it is something like the else block. If none of the conditions is being met, if none of the cases is getting matched, then the default block will be getting executed, and this is how a switch case works. Okay, we'll be seeing the example of how a switch case in tomorrow's class. Uh, I mean, in tomorrow's class, we'll be checking. Okay, we'll start with the switch case example, and then we'll be moving on to the control statements. Okay, so Pawan, are you clear with the concepts which we have seen today, or do you have any doubts in today's concepts? Okay. So, thank you so much for like attending the complete session and for accompanying me because uh, I mean, if you're not, that will be like a one-way communication only. I don't know what's happening from your side. And thank you so much, Pawan. And thank you so much. Yeah, guys, whomever they're watching, if you have any doubts, you can like let me know in the chat. And tomorrow we'll be seeing more on control statements, and we'll be solving more coding problems as well. Okay. Thank you, guys.